What about someone who doesn't necessarily always look attractive, but somehow seems to score runs his own way, his own unique way? You can only be one person in these 22 we're talking about, and that is Steven Smith. Doesn't look attractive. Of course, he plays some great shots, but he's got a unique style of his own. But what we're trying to focus on here is his captaincy. And let's quickly get Justin Langer's take on Steven Smith being reinstated as captain. And that's what he had to say, the Australian coach. He's done a brilliant job in the past. There's probably a bit of a process we need to go through until he becomes captain again. We'll go through that when the English crowd gave him a standing ovation at the Oval last year. Talk about earning respect, doing all the right things to show leadership without a title at the moment. Michael, I'll come straight back to you on Steven Smith. Is it the kind of time where you want to say, listen, there's been a bit of a hiatus out of the game as captain, of course, put him straight back in? Is he ready?
Well, in T20 cricket, I wasn't too fussed that he didn't get the role. I think T20 cricket is probably the one format in time that Steve Smith, he's in the side at the minute, but it's not the format that I think he absolutely demands to be in the team all the time, whether it's for the Rajasthan Royals. Australia obviously is a mainstay player, but I won't worry about his leadership in T20 cricket. If there was ever an opportunity going forward that Aaron Finch misses the 50-over game or Tim Paine misses a test match over the course of the next year, Paine will certainly take Australia up to next year's Ashes. But if Paine picks up an injury or Finch picks up an injury in the 50-over format, I have no question that Smith should be the captain. I think keeping him on the naughty step, as we should speak about, the Cape Town situation, which was many, many years ago now, I don't quite get. I don't quite understand. If they feel that he's a better player by not being the captain, and it's better for him as an individual not to have the added responsibility, I would accept that. But you only have to look at what he did as a batter when he was the captain, and he was firing on all cylinders. So he's not an individual where the captaincy affects his batting. It's just about who is the best leader in that group, who's the best tactician, who could help Australia in terms of a tactical change out in the middle of the best. I would say that Steve Smith possibly could. So I think they're kind of overthinking it. I think they're almost looking at what happened a few years ago and think, oh, have we moved on? Of course, everyone's moved on. We've all forgotten about it, really. The game moves on very fast. I just think if there's an opportunity arises going forward in the 50s or the test team, Steve Smith certainly should be the Australian captain.
Quick one, Zaheer, your take of Steve Smith as captain, being around someone like Rohit Sharma, who's such a natural leader. How do you look at Steve Smith as a captain?
But he's also a natural leader. There is no doubt about it. He's got a good feel of the game. For the processes which Langer was mentioning, maybe is the only roadblock I see with regard to him becoming captain. I think that's something which needs to get approval from certain bodies, maybe from Cricket Australia or the political bodies, and then I'm sure Smith should be made captain with that regard, because his understanding of the game, his tactics, his record also speaks for himself, and it's something which in time I see it happening. I think the platform is laid for that in a way, because you don't see Finch also carrying on for very long time. He's also in his career where it's question mark over how many years he's still got left in him. Similar with Tim Paine as well. So that's something which I think in due course Australian Cricket Board will have to make that decision of bringing Smith back as a leader.